Tracy Tim here. You are watching the Nth Degree TV, which is the place to be to take your career from stuck to unstoppable. And I'm excited to have you guys here today. Very, very excited because we're finally in the month of June, which means now we're transitioning towards talking about your nature. So far we've talked about the very first two parts of the Nth Degree Academy, which remember is launching in September. So if you want to be a part of that course, please go sign up for email updates so that you are the first one to know when this course goes live. But the first section of the Nth Degree Academy was now. So we talked about where you are in your life right now. And we figured that out by doing a really deep life audit, and then creating your core values and your commitment statements, and then a reverse life audit, which helps you figure out where you want to go in the future. After that, we talked about your nature. Nature is all about what makes you, you. The hashtag for that month was you do you. It's all about what comes naturally to you, what your nature is, what you like to do, right? All those things that make you who you are. Now we're transitioning into nurture, which is, if you know nature versus nurture from psychology, nurture is what you've learned how to do over time. And in order to move forward in your career, especially if you're in a place where you hate your job currently, you've got to be able to figure out how to leverage things that you've learned how to do in the past, aka your nurture, even if you don't want to ever do those things again. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to create your career masterpiece. In my world, this can really go one of two ways. Your career masterpiece can either be a sculpture or it can be a painting. Now go with me here, okay? If you're a sculptor and you're leveraging your nurture to figure out how to create your career masterpiece sculpture, think about, it's like Michelangelo. He had this great famous saying that I knew that there was an angel in the rock, and it was my job to set it free. So how do you sculpt anything, right? You chip away at the things that it's not until it becomes what it was meant to be. So if you look back at your career and you decide, I want to make a career sculpture, right? Look at all of the things that you've done and just start to chip away at the things that you know it's not. Look at your first job and say, what did I love about that job? But more importantly, what did I hate? And what am I never going to do again? And you chip those things off the board, right? So for me, in my very first career job, right, out of school when I was working for the bank, I chipped away very quickly negative people. Not a big fan of working with negative people. You can't always avoid that, but certainly if you're in business for yourself like I am, you get to choose your partners for the most part. So I decided no more negative people. I also chipped away being desk bound. Being desk bound is not the best use of me and my talents and my abilities, so I chipped that little piece away. I also chipped away being totally stuck and tied to a physical location, meaning all of my clients had to call me at the bank at that one phone number. That was not conducive for great work for me, so I chipped off that little location dependent piece. So think about it for you. What can you learn from the previous things that you've done, and how can you create an amazing career sculpture by chipping off little pieces that you know are definitely not you, okay? That's number one. The alternative is creating a career painting masterpiece. Painting is the exact opposite, right? You start with a clean canvas and you get to put whatever colors you want on it. So look back at your career and say, okay, I figured out what I hated. What did I love? What did I love? What were the most vibrant, life-giving, affirming activities or actions or people that I want to put on my empty career canvas, right? So look back at all the work that you've done. Even from work that you hated, there are probably things that you can leverage moving forward. For me, one of the things I learned from the bank, which again, I never want to do again, I can't stress that enough, was the fact that I love working with smart people. There were tons of smart people on the trading floor, and they pushed me really hard to learn and to be maybe not the best version of myself, but certainly to be smarter, to work harder, and to learn my craft better. Another thing that I learned from that job that I really, really loved was finding something where you could work together as a team, because in the moments when we were actually collaborating with each other, when we talked about what our clients were doing, how we might be able to work together, that's when it almost seemed seamless, right? Like it was just easy for us to get work done because we were all on the same page and we were all working towards the same goal. So those are vibrant pieces that I pull from that and put onto my career canvas, onto my painting, onto my potential masterpiece. So look back at your nurture, right? All of your previous work experience, your education, your expertise, and figure out what pieces do I want to chip away to make a sculpture, and what pieces do I want to pull and add because they're amazing, vibrant colors and I want to add them to my painting. So figuring out your career masterpiece is going to be one of the coolest exercises that you can do to leverage your past. So that's what we have for you today. If you liked this video, please subscribe. Would love to have you as a subscriber to this YouTube channel. Or you can also go over to tracytim.com and you can subscribe there for email updates. Please also leave a comment. I would love to hear from you about your career masterpiece. Are you a sculptor? Are you painting? Are you a little bit of both? How can you leverage both when you're looking at your past and figuring out what you want to do next? Leave a comment here under the video, or again, go over to tracytim.com and leave a video there to get the inspiration juices flowing. Thank you so much for being here today. I love having you, and I love being able to bring these little nuggets of wisdom to you every Tuesday. Remember, now is your time, all right? You can and will find work that you love and stop hating your job and start loving your life if you try. So I'll see you next time. Thanks again. Hey there, welcome to the show. I'm Tracy Tim, and you are watching the Nth Degree Academy, which is the place to be. It's not the Nth Degree Academy. Oh, the first one's always the best.